All right, it's a Saturday night that isn't a date night, so I'm doing a stream. And I have a couple more cocktails to compare tonight to make my possible final decision on cocktail. Damn it, Jimmy. Okay. Garnish with blue cheese, stuffed olives, not doing that. Madam Butterfly, hello, hello, hello. Greetings to your weekend, I assume. Sorry, I'm double checking something here. What else was I doing? The Imperial. Watching Tim Heidecker on Hassan. Tim Heidecker would be interesting. Just looking up recommended serving for the Imperial. I swear to fuck, the search function on the Difford site is so fucking shit. Anyway, cocktails. The Imperial. Yeah, okay, with the cherry. Okay. Okay, that answers my questions. Sports ball, thank you, Safa. Justin, live near Canberra Stadium. Game tonight determines, geez, God, that's going to be a bit of noise in Canberra too. Home for the Elderly. I think I watched two. I did watch Stalker in shifts. You know what? I was tired, big night last night, and I didn't sleep in. I got up at 8. And Stalker is so hypnotic and dreamlike. I'd find myself drifting off and I couldn't concentrate on the subtitles. So I kept taking breaks and I even had a nap. Oh yeah, Justin, I lived next to Footscray Stadium for 1 year when Footscray still played their home games there before they were the Western Bulldogs. Like I was a block away from the stadium. So I get where you're coming from. I missed the sunset. I was just inside. People it dozed off. It's fucking hypnotic. Look, for those who don't know, Home for the Elderly put me onto this film. A film by a fairly well-known Russian director, like Soviet-era Russian director Tarkovsky, most famous for a sci-fi movie called Solaris. There was a Hollywood remake of that with George Clooney, which actually wasn't terrible. But this one, Stalker, is trippy as fuck. And it just holds these really long shots. Some of them are still. Some of them are tracking shots. Some of them are incredibly slow zoom shots. And the lighting will change within the shots. And like it is beautifully shot. The cinematography is fucking amazing. And here's the thing, Home for the Elderly, I feel like that is a really good conversion to digital. Like they must have had a really good source print. And yes, the Wizard of Ozing with the color. It opens with stuff in this high contrast sepia, and you go to a different world and it's in color. And yeah, the color didn't look dated. Yeah, that was Criterion, of course. It was a Criterion Collection one. Very good conversion to digital. I was genuinely amazed. Like 1979 Russian film didn't look dated. I didn't think it looked dated at all. Like I could believe the film had just been made, honestly. Yeah, I'd love to know the process. As you say, film grading bad, Soviet. I'd love to know the process that went into converting it to digital. Yes, it's just quicker to say Russian, Safa. And Tarkovsky is Russian, I think. Oh, look, I've got to try these at some point tonight. Cursed Twisties. Super duper fairy floss flavor. Wow. I'll try them a little bit later. Well, I'm going to make, okay, I've got to do a minimum of 2 cocktails tonight. Probably, God, doing 4 would be a bit over the top. Because there's 2 I want to play with. But I need to make the Damn It Jimmy and the Imperial. Damn It Jimmy, sake and white rum. All right, let's give it a go. Okay, Safa, I'm glad you asked. How was the breakfast baguette? It tasted better than usual. Like, it was really yum. I was just going like, man, the sourdough tastes really good today. So I don't know what that is. I mentioned it, yeah. Well, that's why I was dozing off watching this very hypnotic movie. And because I didn't really sleep in, got up at 8. Money's on the quadrant winning. Well, it's in the running, I think. I've got to come up with the top 3. And then I'll make a video, top 3, taste them side by side, and declare a winner. Anyway, let's go. I'm going to make a Damn It Jimmy. So no citrus tonight. So it's all stirred cocktails tonight. Okay. I got the apple brandy to retry the one that was too sweet with my Applejack. Not too sweet as in that's awful, but I was just tasting it going, this would be better if it was slightly less sweet. And it would be made less sweet by using apple brandy rather than Applejack. Old school Applejack. I'll be confusing Americans by saying Applejack is an apple brandy. Because that's what American apple brandy is called, Applejack. Okay, sake's in the cupboard. Oh, God, because I was making you sugar syrup. I don't have sugar syrup in here. Hang on, I've got to go out and get sugar syrup. Give me a minute. Hold the fort. Okay, got my apple peel sugar syrup. Guess I could take the microphone over here while I do it. Sake. Sherry, dry vermouth. White rum. Is this one because it's open? I'm going to make some more spiced rum, actually. Where's the sake? Okay. What do we got? 45 mils of these things. Okay. Let's do 5 mils sugar syrup. Okay, sugar syrup. We're doing 7.5 mils of dry sherry and 7.5 mils of dry vermouth. I thought there was an impurity in the sherry, but it was just an air bubble. Okay. To get some more dry vermouth today, because that's almost out. Now, 45 mils of sake. White rum. And then we're off to the races. Ookie dook, ookie dook. Get some ice. Ice started a joke. Started the whole world crying. Okay. Und so. Give this a jolly good stir. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Nice. Let's get our Nicanora glass. Okay. All right. Let's settle in. See what you fine folk have been chatting about. Okay, hey, Heine, by the way. Ooh, got a nice bass on the end of that multi-level burp. Okay, the Damn It Jimmy. That is really good. Oh man, it's good rum. It's good funky rum. It's going really well with the sake. Oof. That is a good drink. That's why I noted. Might be my favorite. Okay, so. Okay, let's make a quick note. It's gonna be a little bit difficult to, as I mean, I knew it would. It's going to be so close this year. So damn it, Jimmy. It's at least a 9 out of 10. I've so far rated 4 of them, 9 out of 10. No, 5. I've actually rated, which is hardly surprising because that's what I rated them first time I had them. I've got to make a hard call. Dang. It's oof. It's the top 5 I kind of equally scored. So tell you what, it's a red hot chance. That's fucking nice. That is such a nicely balanced drink. I'm thinking it's going to be top 3. Okay. You like the yum face. Yes. Okay. No, this is. No, that's going to be top 3. That's really fucking good. Good Lord, Claude. This is going to be a tough call. Ugh, should I have... Oh, God, should I have got a fresh lemon today? Honestly. Fresh orange? Oh, Jesus, titty fucking Christ. Yep, no, that orange is fucked. And I just saw a big, beautiful bit. I'm just not going to have any orange peel tonight. So, fuck it. I also have to make a point of saying the recommended garnish for this is 3 blue cheese stuffed olives. So for anyone who likes blue cheese stuffed olives, they probably like this. Fuck, that's good. God damn. Yeah, okay. Damn it, Jimmy is top 3. And the last one that I have to try is a comparatively low ABV one called an Imperial. It's mostly dry vermouth, a little bit of maraschino liqueur, dashes of absinthe, dashes of bitters. So this is, this is a cocktail that dates back to the 1800s, the last one. Was first published in Harry Johnson's 1900 New and Improved Illustrated Bartender's Manual. So the drink was being made in the 1800s. Okay. Well, we're learning. Getting ready to learn. This is legit going to be so hard to pick a winner. It's going to be legit. Last year, I remember, was also really difficult to pick a final 3. But weirdly, the number 1 was miles in front. It was always going to be number 1. But cutting down the top 10 to just 3 was quite difficult. Yeah, no, this is one like every sip, I'm enjoying it more. Hey, Celtic, how are you doing? I was going to say, should I try Twisties Super Duper Fairy Flush now? I think not. I think it would destroy my palate. I need to make one more cocktail. I got the burps tonight. Oh my God, that was good. I'll rinse my glass for the next one. Thank you, Celtic. Actually, there's a guy in the nearest 10 Murphys to me who comments on the shirts as well. Because I had to go in and I chose to. No, I feel like I had to. I was going to run out of dry vermouth and I was out of apple brandy. And I also got some more white rum because I'm going to make some more spiced rum because I used up most of my spiced rum. and I use white rum as the base. And so they had some white rum on sale there too. Celtic, this is all I wear, dude. I don't just do this for the streams. All day, every day, I'm wearing my cocktail shirts. It's just what I do. I do get comments. People who see me more than once are like, wow, how many of those shirts do you have? And now it's about 50 because I just got some more. Okay. Right, look, this is the white rum or cane spirit. Husk, I think they're Western Australian. No, they're New South Wales. For some reason, why did I think? Oh, it's like I got another one that's from Western Australia. They're in Tumblegum. I love that. That's a great name for a place. North Tumblegum. New South Wales. Okay. You know what? Before the night goes too far, time to make the Imperial. Okay, so this time. Okay. This time we're doing. This is probably gonna empty this bottle and force me to open the next one. 75 mils of dry vermouth. Yes, I correctly surmised. I did not have enough dry vermouth. Where is the new one? Ooh, that's interesting. Is this a screw top now? It is. Ah, Regal Rogue have changed their bottles. Screw top instead of stopper. Oh, I should have brought the microphone over. Some good glug glug there. I wasn't thinking. I do love to share the glug glug ASMR. Maraschino. Oh, where's my maraschino? From Croatia. My Croatian maraschino that I think hasn't changed the bottle since the 1970s. Super 70s bottle design. Maraschino. Now, 3 dashes of absinthe. Give it a nice bit of flavor. The absinthe dasher. 1, 2, 3. Orange bitters. Where's my orange bitters? Ooh, I kind of need some more orange bitters. Okay. 2 dashes of orange bitters. 1, 2. And 4 drops of saline. Celine Dion. 1, 2, 3. Oh. It's enough saline. Give that a stir. That'd be enough stirring. Now, I don't know if you can see it, but my blue absinthe has just given it a really nice faintest blue hue. But Oh, it's the maraschino. Yeah, little maraschino goes a long way. That is also good. That's a really good low alcohol one. It's mostly tastes like maraschino and has just got a little edge of the absinthe in there. Absinthe is good to add extra flavor to a low alcohol drink. This Croatian maraschino, it kind of reminds me of the musk stick lollies. Yum, that is good. It's not going to be top 3. It's good though. Deserve to be in the top 10. It's very good. Got it. Glad it's the weekend. Not getting a lot of weekend rosters. See, actually, the weekend looks like champagne. Yeah, it's got no bubbles, but yeah, it's just got the faintest blue tinge from my blue absinthe. Oh, it's good. Man, it is a good top 10 cocktails, honestly. Now, I've really got to make 2 more before I make my final decision. I've got to give the Portside Spice another chance. I've got to make it with apple brandy. And I really do want to try and refine the Nuclear Widow. But anyway, we put Imperial 8 out of 10. All right. So it's so fucking tight. The ones I rated 9 out of 10 already, my clarified Malteser Falcon, the Quadrant, the improved Japanese cocktail, the Damn It Jimmy, and the chocolate punch. Honestly, I think this might change when I remake these other 2. I think I've settled on 2 of the top 3. That's the improved Japanese cocktail and the Damn It Jimmy. Little bit more thoughts needed, though. This is a serious business. There's a lot riding on who I declare cocktail of the year. And by a lot, I mean nothing at all. Mm. This is a really good one for people who like sweet cocktails because it's not too sweet and who don't want to get rat ass drunk because it's comparatively low alcohol content, just mostly vermouth and a liqueur. So and it feels elegant. It feels like it's in like the martini family, even though it's not. Kind of has that vibe. Mm. Yum. Definitely deserved its top 10 spot, though. Tuesday decision day. Don't forget, I'm not streaming on Tuesdays for a couple of weeks, months. So I might even. Yeah, maybe I wait to. Oh no, I'm going away. Okay. Maybe either Wednesday or Thursday. Those are the only streaming days next week. So after a blockbuster 4 days in a row streaming this week, I'm only streaming 2 days next week, Wednesday and Thursday. Then I'm away for the weekend. Taking advantage of Friday being a public holiday. Going to some fun, boozy places that we haven't been to for a while. Mm. Yum. That was nice. So, most important one to remake is the port side spice. I feel like I've modified this enough. I feel like I've modified this enough that I can claim it. Because the one on Difford's has this stupid absolute Nordic spice vodka. And obviously my answer to that is fuck off, vodka is bullshit. So it's got this absolute Nordic spice, tawny, port, orange liqueur, and falernum. Mine, where's my way? Wait, where did I get? Oh, I think I was going off the description of what Nordic spice is. So I've split that into 15 mils each of my Christmas gin, a ginger liqueur, and an apple brandy. Like that's really, I think I get to claim this as an original. I've modified it enough that it's an original. And again, they say serve that up. Okay. You know what? I would normally only do the 2 cocktails in the first hour, but because that last one was low ABV, and honestly, the first one wasn't high ABV with the sake, sherry, and vermouth. Yeah, they almost only count as one cocktail. So I'm going to go straight into my version of a portside spice. Will it or won't it make the top 3? Inquiring minds need to know. Okay, I'm going to make the port side spice. Okie dokie. Artichoke. Another stirred one. Just all about the stirred cocktails tonight. Okay, where's my port? Here's my port. Any old port in a storm. 40 mils of port. All right. Port. Now, Christmas gin, which is almost gone, and this is from a few years ago as well. Maybe I get some more Christmas gin. So 15 mils Christmas gin. Okay. $15 mils of ginger liqueur. All right. Ginger liqueur. 15 mils of the new apple brandy from France because I am fancy. I know there are some Australian apple brandies, but I don't have them. Apple brandy, orange liqueur. Who made blood orange liqueur? 7.5 mils. Okay. And 7.5 mils of falernum. A lot of ingredients in this one. because I'm trying to be too clever. Okie dokie. Artichoke. Put that away. Now, I think chuck a bit more ice in here. Get it cold. That'll do it. Okay, drink this water. Stir the drink, stir the drink. Whoa, there goes some ice. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Yep, more ice goes out. Shazam, y'all. Okie doke, okie doke. Okay, an important moment here for me, anyway. Like the PJ bottoms. Yeah, I put them on about 5 o'clock today. Oh, yeah, embrace the final stage of the top 10 countdown with the chocolate Sazerac. Last year's clear winner. This looks like wine because a significant proportion of it is wine. Fortified wine, port, tawny. Yeah, apple brand, it's definitely just dialed back the sweetness. That's a much better drink. A quick, tough think, is it final 3 material? Another sip while I contemplate. God damn it, it's really good. God, I think the quadrant. This is so friggin' difficult. But again, I've sort of cultivated. Oh, you're looking at last year's list, the vanilla macchiato old fashioned. That was good. I'll put it on ice. But I mean, they were all good. And what's funny is macchiato wasn't the right name for it, but I just thought it sounded good. Probably would have been more accurate to call it a vanilla espresso old fashioned, but I just thought macchiato sounded cooler. And, marketing. Celtic Jack Daniels and Pepsi. Ooh, apple flavored Musashi. That's an interesting one to do it with. Apple flavors go really well with bourbon. Need chalk to make it a macchiato. I thought macchiatos are also creamy, aren't they? I don't know. It was just a good word. I did realize after the fact it was an inaccurate word, which shows that I'm not a coffee person. What does the internet say? Yeah, cafe macchiato. Okay. Espresso that's stained or marked with a small amount of foam or steamed milk. I feel like there's some loud people outside, which is super rare for my neighborhood. Oh, yep, there are definitely loud people outside. What the fuck? That's so weird for my neighborhood. What the fuck is going on? They've walked past now. Jesus, that's really fucking weird for my neighborhood. Go and put on my porch light. God, it sounded like a lot of scruffy young tearaways. Celtic, you like the apple flavored musashi? No, I think someone's come out to look at them and say, "What the fuck are you doing?" Yeah, Safa, I genuinely feel like it's some drunken lads who'd been together watching a football match. I know, Heine, youths. What are we going to do about youths? Yeah, I think the only thing, even though I dialed it back by putting the apple brandy in place of my homemade apple jack, and it did drop the sweetness to a better level, that's the thing that's keeping it out of the top three. It's a little bit too sweet. So maybe I should do, I don't know, one less liqueur. I don't know. Stop having kids. Oh, wait, we are, yeah. Celtic, you want to be a youth with the knowledge you have now? I mean, I feel like everyone in all of history has wished that. I know I do. I completely agree with you. Wait a second. Re-looking at my, because it is an original Christmas gin, ginger liqueur. I think maybe even drop the apple brandy altogether and do more of the gin and then a little bit of the ginger liqueur. Not not going to do that tonight. No, they are gone now, Safa. So they were walking by, but Jesus Christ, it sounded like a lot of them, like a dozen of them or something. Again, that was just so unusual for this neighborhood. Oh, you just found the 2020? Yeah, I put it on Discord yesterday. Safa, I heard one of the lads saying something, and it sounded like it was in response to someone going, "Fuck are you doing?" But yeah, I definitely can't hear them anymore, so they've wandered off to somewhere else. But I swear, it's so unusual for this neighborhood. It's enough to turn me into like a feisty Liberal Party Sky News watcher. What's going on out there? Just get out of here, you little troublemakers. Youth crime's out of control. But they're gone now, so it's fine. Jesus. I hate that. The glass just slipped in my hand and I thought I was going to drop it. It was basically that. I thought, get off my lawn, you kids. Celtic, there's no fucking youth in my neighborhood. It's all old people. I feel young in this neighborhood. Fuck me though, like I'm drinking that. That is a good drink. It just is just slightly beat out by the others. All right. So The ones that were serious contenders. Okay, I think I'll put Chocolate Punch out. Damn It, Jimmy is definitely in. Improved Japanese is definitely in. Now, so I'm down to my clarified Malteser and the quadrant. Like the last two spots is either going to be the quadrant or the Malteser. I mean, honestly, maybe on Tuesday I'll do the quadrant and the Malteser again, and do them back to back to like sudden death for the third spot. You reckon me walking up and down the street yelling at cars? Maybe. Celtic, I'm essentially the youth in this neighborhood. I don't think I've got the Jimmy Swaggart magazine for a while, Celtic, so maybe my subscription that you provided has run out. I haven't received any notifications from the post office for a while. And they're usually spot on, but I am having a team lunch on Monday that's right next to, well, not literally right next to, but virtually right next to the post office. So I might duck into the post office. Oh, also, they were moving. I've got to see if they've moved. They were moving the post boxes. Okay, now I think I'll have a non-alcoholic beverage. Oh, yeah, that is. It is just a little bit sweet. I think, like if I was doing a cocktail menu for somewhere and I was thinking of putting that on it, I would workshop it a little bit more. It's a little bit sweet. Celtic, you think yours ran out as well? Yes, they didn't renew it because you didn't buy anything. Yeah, God, it's full of shit they want you to buy. Books and music and DVDs. Everybody, a package has arrived. That's what we like, getting a package. Oof, I was super tempted to get stuff from Marionette after looking at it last night. Like, particularly because I really want the orange gin, because I thought it was limited edition, but they're still selling it. And it's just super fucking yum. So I think I definitely want that. But then finding out they make an absinthe now. Oh, you mean the one you sent me? Okay, I did not get any notification. Oh, that's okay. The post office. Okay, maybe something's gone wrong with the post office box notifications. Anyway, okay, so I'm going to the post office box on Monday. And I have to look if they've fucked up notifications. God, maybe there's a ton of shit in the... Because that happens occasionally. They stop sending me notifications when they should keep sending me notifications. And there's actually a lot of stuff in the post box. Okay. I will be checking that on Moon Day. Okay, I think it's safe to try the cursed twisties now. Super duper fairy floss. Like, best before. Maybe should have. I think I'll look honestly. Okay, so they look redder than normal twisties. Like a flavor dusting on them is redder than cheese twisties. Okay. Weirdly sweet. Well, not weirdly, because it's fairy floss flavor. but it also kind of goes through a couple flavors. Okay, look, not terrible, weirdly. I'd never get them again, but not terrible. Actually, now I'm getting into them. They feel yummy in my tummy. So for their normal twisty price. So whatever the retailer charges for twisties, they charge for. No, actually, okay. I've not been eating stuff like chips for the last few weeks, and I think my tummy misses that flavor hit, and it's going, that's good. So I had to stop myself. Where are they for sale? I think at both Coles and Woolies. I got them at Woolies. Probably in like 7-Elevens as well. Who knows? But yes, continuing weird twisty flavors. The only one that was a real disaster, I think they did. It was a raspberry one, whether it was Redskins or another raspberry confection they were talking about. Those were fucking gross. Sweet and sour ones were interesting. And honestly, the Donut King glazed donut ones were surprisingly good. Like they were actively good. These, I shouldn't say the Donut King was surprisingly good. Like they were just good. These are not great, but pretty good. The blue ones aren't still around, Madam Butterfly. Yes, made it look like I'd been going down on Smurfette. Is that a thing? Does the blue come off their skin? Actually, I hardly ever have bacon and eggs. I had it on Friday. I had to do this presentation, and it was no big deal, but I was a bit tense about it, and I found it really hard to concentrate on stuff. And like suddenly, I felt hungry, so I made bacon and eggs and halloumi. Actually, I had bacon, eggs, and halloumi. You fry up. It was good. You got something else to make my tongue blue. The mind boggles. But that's good. Got to have banana coffee. I remember when I was saying like the nuclear widow, I felt like it needed to be colder. And I actually put a glass in the freezer. So, you know what? I might do that. That'd be me fucking written off. I tell you what. Doing a nuclear widow. I have to wait to pick up. Yep. I'll save opening it for a live stream. Guilty out of baptism with the Mormons. Someone yelled out to you when you were walking in the car park, "Your God's a fucking joke." And you say, Angry Mousy doesn't care about your blasphemies. Good for you. That would have confused the fuck out of them. Ugh. And confusing the fuck out of people is fun. Ugh. I don't know. God, I feel like you did have it last night, but my memory's not clear. Home for the elderly. Have you tried the rum old fashioned? Celtic, I bet they were confused. And you're doing God's work there, confusing people. I thought so. I just wanted to be sure you had the rum. Okay, that's yeah. It's just like you're not a mega fan. I like it just as a variation. I've actually got a brandy based old fashioned in the barrel at the moment. I think I'm going to decant because I'm going to make a spiced rum and barrel age it. In fact, I might actually get the stuff for making that. Get it ready on stream, even. Be honest, mate. Be absolutely honest. It's like not my favorite. Chocolate Sazerac's my fucking favorite. Yes, your top 3 blood bags so far. Yeah, I'd love to hear that. It's good stuff. But yeah, maybe I'll do that actually. Prepare my spiced rum live on stream. Then I'll just leave it to infuse for, I don't know, a couple of days. And then I'll put it in a barrel for a couple of weeks. And then we'll have some more spiced rum. So if I don't think Celtic gets VD updates because he moved town. Because saying apple flavored Masashi smells good. Tastes good with the JD. There you go. Yeah, as I was saying, bourbon and whiskey generally goes well with apple flavors. Okay, so number 3 was the Malteser's clarified one. Number 2 is the citrus gin. Number 1. Dun, 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 dun. I mean, I know what number 1's going to be, but I'll wait for the confirmation. The spiced brandy. Nice. Actually, you managed to surprise me. But I also really like the spiced brandy. It's fucking yum. But as I said, I'm doing some... Yeah, no. I thought you were going to say chocolate Sazerac. Because that's my favorite. Garlic bread's always a winner with dinner, Safa. I mean, I can even tell you ahead of time what I'm having. I'm having butter chicken for dinner tomorrow night. I got the components ready for that, including some nice low-carb bread to eat it with. And Philly, the thing is, you've got a tad more sweet tooth than you. Yeah, that wouldn't be surprising. And as I always like to say, everyone's taste is their own. Oh, Celtic, you do have a VD update. His mum says he managed to get an online job, data entry. Let's hope he gets it. Yeah, it would be good if he just got the little bits and pieces of his life together. Even though he was a complete dork to me, it's just like, Yeah, dude, you just need to get your life in order. I feel like I had pizza last night with some jalapeno poppers. I ate the poppers on stream. Oh, I forgot about the pizza. Had it for dinner tonight. Nice. Well, I call that a win. It is true, absolutely. Data entry can be very mind numbing. But, if our boy's got some challenges and the working from home helps him start to do things, I think, just having a job and doing stuff that you get paid for is or can be very important. Not friggin' cheerleading for capitalism here, but uh, oh, Safa, I would not have jalapeno poppers. I'm such a fucking wuss with spice. Yeah, I don't think VD's the customer service type. Home field, he's a little bit of a short fuse. And you certainly have to deal with dickheads. And yeah, you don't want the boy in retail either. Because, yeah, the interacting with people in a positive way, not his strong point. So, well, just say maybe not to that. Should he be in customer service? Maybe not. Just nothing public facing for our guy. Madam Butterfly, you are the spice. Very spicy lady. Yeah. Kelsey, he'd be fired for customer pacing in a week. Probably within the first hour or two. I don't think our boy's got much of a fuse for dealing with humans. Um, and I just worry they wouldn't even have to do anything bad. And if you're doing anything public facing, people inevitably do something really shit. So yeah, it's just not good for society. Not good for VD himself, and not good for society for him to have interactions with the public. So I'm kind of into these twisties. I love that. Absolutely. That was Spice, but Madam Butterflies may be too hot even for Sean Evans. Well, fortune favors the bold, I guess. I love that, Kelty. You've known VD for 22 years. He never seemed to have a fuse. Yeah, he just goes off. No countdown at all. But, maybe he can get it together piece by piece. Meta Butterfly owning the spice. Okay, that's me being a good boy and drinking a non-alcoholic beverage. Heine looking at the New York Times website with morbid curiosity. Yeah, watching the collapse of empire. So you've got a neighbor with no person skills. I don't look. I put a few things on the jukebox on Discord this week. The play lunch track, Keith, is fucking hilarious. I really actively recommend you check that out because I found that absolutely hilarious. Oh God, Celtic's posting me a book called The Essential Jesus. Oh, thank you for sending me a large print edition, Celtic. I appreciate not just getting The Essential Jesus, but getting a large print version. Jesus, this site's got a lot of fucking ads on it. What the shit? Okay, so Home Fidelity just sent me. No, I'm not a good boy, Madam Butterfly. That's fair. Home Fidelity sent me a game. Guess what year the photos come from? It looks like a fun game to me. Let's play it. Let's bring this thing up. Where are we? Chrono photo. Okay. I'll just get set up to show it. It's so many fucking ads on this site. I swear to God. Just fuck off. Stop playing ads. Jesus H. Christ. So we got to guess what year. Okay, default. Oh, yeah, okay. Christ almighty. So this looks like wartime. Okay, you're going to help me with guessing a year for this. No, well, I hadn't used this laptop. The laptop that I think Dr. Abigail is telling me is fixed. Has he? Hopefully, you reckon it's World War One? I think more World War Two. So it's taken from within a vehicle. Now, I don't think they're POWs. They're not emaciated. I think they're army engineers. Okay. Celtic Hurricane 40s or 50s? I think it's World War II. No, they look Caucasian to me. Sophie, you're saying 42? Okay, so that's the critical one. I think I'm leaning towards World War II. So we track it back to 1943. Submit. 1941. That's pretty close. Okay, next round. God, it takes a while to load. It really does take a while to load, actually. It was 1941. It just doesn't look to be working, actually. I don't know that this is going to work for me. Oh, Jesus, suddenly it works. Okay, so This is a recent photo. Okay, so like, what is this guy holding? That's just his hand. He's got nothing in it. Is there anything? Okay, what sort of phones have they got? Okay, so they do have smartphones. So it's the last 10 years. Is there, does anyone pick any fashion trends? Like this lady with the short, tight jeans? Or this guy's shorts? Jesus, what's on his shorts, honestly? But what is he doing? Is he just he's just waving to someone? Okay. So they got smartphones. I think this is within a couple of years of now. I think it's definitely in the last decade. What's everyone saying? 2015? Hopefully, you reckon 2017? Yeah. Hit F5. Okay. All right. I think 2017 is a good guess. Let's say that. Submit. It was 2017. 1,000 points. Damn. Okay. Well, we're fucking killing it at the moment. Next round. Okay, this one loaded quickly. Okay, this looks to be somewhere in Asia. Okay. The cars look old. I'm guessing 80s. I don't think it's 70s. My guess would be 70s or 80s. What's everyone saying? You think 90s? 92. I think the cars are too old for 92. Any other guesses? Like the ones you go. Kelsey, do you reckon late 90s? Yeah, that's what I think. They're like 80s cars. And if this is, again, showing my ignorance, I'm thinking it's Japan, but I don't know the script well enough. Could it be China? Who knows the script? Because it makes a world of difference if it's Chinese or Japanese. If it's Japanese, it's earlier, but if it's Chinese, it's later. I'm betraying my white guy ignorance. And Phil, do you think Hong Kong? You think it looks like Chinese script? Okay, I think if it's Hong Kong, it's 80s. Okay, now we've got conflict. But Hong Kong was super urbanized. I don't know. You know what? I'm going to say 88. Drag this. And I'll look the fool if it's mid-90s. 88. Submit. 93. You were right. I was wrong. Damn it. Okay. Next one. Oh, this is an interesting one. Okay, here's this GIMP. So this is like a gaming thing, but this guy with the mic, it's like he's doing a YouTube video or live streaming. How new does that camera tech look? Wait, are those... Is that a CRT? That's a CRT, isn't it? But also it could be a retro gaming thing. These chairs. Is the Hyper shirt a hint? I'm thinking the 20 teens. My guess is somewhere in the 20 teens. Kelsey, I think 2005's too early. It is a CRT. Okay, I'm going to have to go with you guys, early 2000s, because you were right last time and I was wrong. There's a lappy. See, the CRT might be a false flag because it might be a retro thing. It's like this guy with the mic. That's a cordless mic. Who is that guy? Okay, let's go. What's the laptop here? Oh, okay. Are you all still sticking with like 2004? I'm going to say, okay. Windows XP. Okay, I'm going to say 2005. Let's see. I was right. This time I was right. It was 2015. Ah, it's the guy with the mic made me think that. Okay, round 5 of 5. We want to do a comeback. Ooh, okay. Old cars. Morris's. It's almost like a... Okay, I'm thinking 19... Is this 50s or 60s? Kid with no shirt makes me think 60s. I'm thinking this is 60s. The fact those cars look like similar makes make me think like it might be a convention or something. No, it's not 1930s. Definitely not. Yeah, 60s? I'm thinking 60s. 63? Okay, Celtic's pitching early. Here's the thing. I literally think the kid being out in public without a shirt on and just shirts, that would have been taboo in the 1950s. And like this guy in the shorts and the bare feet. And I think this is a lady in shorts. I don't think this is 1950s. I'm going to go 63. Oh, Toby wins. Toby was right. Damn. Game results. So that was one of our best ones. This one we got spot on. This one, I should listen to you guys and we would have been spot on. This one I should have listened to myself and we would have been spot on. And this one I should have listened to Toby and we would have been spot on. Okay, well, that was kind of interesting. I like that. Do we want to do another round? I was kind of into that. Yeah, that was that was a fun bit of interactivity there. I did quite like that. Well, what was interesting is across the team, uh, we did well. You just had to work out who was the right voice at a given time because someone was right each round. Ugh. Nice. Yes. Agility saves games we can potentially play on the stream. Do we want to do another round of that one? That was kind of interesting. It was it was fun trying to work out what indicators we should pay attention to for aging. I just love how that last one, I had a really comprehensive list of reasons why it was the 60s, not the 50s, and I was completely wrong. But I said it really confident. Okay, let's do another round. Da 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 da. Play chrono photo. Okay, we'll just adjust that a little bit so we see more of it. And this fucking video ad, where is it? Go away. Okay, so this looks. Oh, Foster. Okay, so it's in America. Foster's Lager ad. When was 42nd Street a thing? Is this like 80s? Yeah, looking at the cars, that Mercedes. Today's weather, fair warmer. Panasonic, slightly ahead of our time. Okay, I'm thinking 80s. What's everyone else thinking? 81, you reckon that early? Yeah, well, we definitely have to crack the games out. You got 5 we haven't played. We have to crack them out. But around to this one. 81, do we think it's that early? Let's look. Are we getting any decent looks at people like hair and fashion? Not really, because they're all in coats and stuff because it's raining. But there's like that car, 42nd Street. Someone who was a real Broadway person would probably get it. Suntory. Yeah, I'm going to say, I think 81's a good guess. You think the World Trade Center's in the picture? Is it? What? Where? I don't think so. Or is that? I don't know. Let's say 81 because I think that's a reasonable. 87. It was a little bit later. Okay. Damn. Punished us with the points on that. Okay, next one. What do we? Oh, okay. This is 90s. That keyboard, that computer. Is there anything else? The speakers. It's definitely 90s, yeah? 96, 95, 97, 98. Yeah, okay. I might say 90. You split the difference. Say 96. 97. Very close. Okay, that was a better one. Next round. Oh, okay. Very, very old. I'm going 1920s. I'm saying 1920s. What's everyone else saying? The hat is saying 1920s to me. Well, Madame Butterfly was spot on in the last one. You're saying 1925 in this one? And for the early late 20s. Yeah, the hat. No, the hat is a 20s hat, Safa. I think because Madame Butterfly got it exactly right last time, we'll go with Madame Butterfly's guess of 1925. 1925! 1,000 points. Okay. Madame Butterfly is on a roll. Round 4 of 5. Ooh, this looks like another old one. Oh, look at that swimsuit. This guy's really daring, but these guys are full body. Oh, God, check out this guy's beard. I feel like this might be 1920s again, but maybe earlier. Look at the hats. And those swimsuits, the guys wearing the full body swimsuits. And yeah, just hats. God, look at the size of those fucking hats. The size of the flat caps, they're huge. Okay, what are we pitching? Celtic says 1923. Are you saying 1954? This is definitely 1920s or earlier. Either the teens or 1920s. What are the guesses? Looking for some guesses. Celtic's the only one who's chimed in that I can see. And well, Safra, if you're saying 1954, I think that's crazy wrong. It would be funny if you're right, though. I'm banking on Madame Butterfly chiming in again, getting it exactly right 2 in a row. Anthony, do you reckon this is too hard? You'll go with Celtic's 1923. It's kind of it might be the teens. I'd be surprised if it was earlier than the teens or later than the 20s. Well, if Madame Butterfly is not going to chime in, I might go with Celtic's. Madame Butterfly says 1927. See, at the moment, being precisely right twice in a row, I feel like I'd be a fool to not go with yours again. That's a bit later than I thought, but I think I need to go with your take. 1927. 1915! It was the teens. Okay. I wasn't sure about that. Okay. The shine is off. Madame Butterfly on the final round. Oh, God, another really old one. Okay. Stranson and Sons. The old bus. This is either very early 20th century. That bus. Okay. You know what? I'm going to cheat. What is Strackle Squire? Straker Squire. British Automotive Bristol. Okay, so the bus is made in England. Formed in 1893. So 1907 they started making. I'm cheating. I'm looking up the history of that bus. They started making buses in 1907. Saying 1914, Home for the Elderly saying 1910. I think both of those are good guesses. Anyone else chiming in? 1914 and 1910 are good guesses at the moment. I might even split the difference. Yeah, oh God, it's popping up so many fucking ads. I forgot to fucking... Probably cheating by looking that thing up, honestly. Manifly's going, okay, so I'm going to go 1912 then. Split the difference between those two guesses. $1907. Damn. All right. All right. Well, that was fun. You know what? I think last half hour, I'm going to have a go at making a nuclear widow to see if I like it, to see if it can be a late charger getting into the final three. I think it needs to be super cold. You did say 1907, Toby, but then you backed away from it. But you were right on that first guess. Yeah. I'll use the breathalyzer after I do the nuclear widow, because I don't think it's going to show up much at the moment. Okay, so I'm going to do this little countdown. So I also don't know if this even works. But, you know, it's fun to play with, definitely. Let's go, baby, let's go. Okay. It beeped. Now it's saying 0. I don't think that works. I think I have to switch it off and switch it back on. Well, I don't know. It's been fucking weird. Anyway, I gotta go out and get my frozen glass. I put a glass in the freezer to have this really cold, and some fresh ice, maybe, because I want this drink to be really cold. I think that will show it off at its best. So, excuse me for a minute or two while I go and do that. Woof. Okay. Yes, I can tell you, standing up, I am definitely not at blood alcohol content 0, so that wasn't working. Should I put some... No, forget it, I'm going. Alright. Got my frozen glass. Got a lot of fresh ice. Let's fucking go. Okay. Okay. I want Benedictine. Okie dokie. Sip. It's all good. Okay, so. Dry gin. Dry gin. Shabupi. Navy strength gin. Navy strength gin. Now, dry vermouth. That's going to take some getting used to. That this is a screw top now, not a stopper. Dry vermouth. Benedictine. Okay. Benedictine. Now, 2 dashes of absinthe. And 2 dashes of Peychaud's bitters. And we're donezo. Okay. Let's give this a stir. Oh, that glass is slippery. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yeah, this is getting very cold. 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 20. Okay. Little red tinge from the Peychaud's bitters. Where did I put my strainer? Ew, I've gone potty. Seriously, where's my strainer? It should not be far away. Oh God, I must have taken it out there. Anyway, I've got a julep strainer here. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Okay. Will the Nuclear Widow be a late entry into the top 3 of the year? The Peychaud's bit, the extra Peychaud's bitters gives it a nice rose tint. Oh God, that's good. Whew. Madam Below, you steer all the alcohol. I share. Kelty, you want to go to Super Cheap Auto or Autobahn have breathalyzer? Don't know. I think have you already got this off Amazon? I know, actually, yeah, I don't know if you noticed post offices have a lot of crap. My local post office had a breathalyzer. And that's where that came from, because I said on a stream, oh, my post office had a breathalyzer. I was tempted to get it. And Charlie sent one to me. This looks pretty. A little rosé sort of color. God, it's fucking good. Not sure that it squeaks into the top 3. But as an original creation, that's really fucking good. I think that deserves its own video, actually. Just talk. Yeah, actually, that's an excuse for another video. So, like, after I do the top 10, so one of the top 10 was the Merry Widow, and it was good. And I just thought it was like a 50-50 martini with some variants. And I thought, I prefer a dry martini. Would it be better if we beefed it up? Lo and behold, it's better if we beef it up. Yeah, I think that deserves its own video. It's not in the top 10 because technically I didn't make it this year. Maybe it needs to be a potential contender for next year's top 10. It's really fucking good, actually. I always feel a little self-conscious when I compliment my own creations, but that's pretty fucking good, quite honestly. I just knew getting all the noise from the game finishing. Oh, there's a fucking fruit fly or something hovering around here. Gets in my line of sight and annoys the shit out of me. Like, fuck you! God, I thought I almost had it then, but it wasn't in my hand. Game's still going, but the foregone conclusion. So people, oh, is it in Canberra's favour? Is it? But I think if people are leaving, maybe it's a foregone conclusion that it's not in Canberra's favour. Yeah, that would be depressed people leaving early. You know what? I might bring the stuff out to make the spiced rum. That is genuinely good. Yum. God, Canberra got fucking bollocked by Cronulla. That is a fucking bollocking for a final. Damn. Safi, you know me, mate. I needed ice. I needed ice. I had to get ice. It paid off, though. That drink definitely needs to be super fucking chilled. So a frozen glass and stirred on a lot of fresh ice. That's what I thought when I made it the other night. I thought this would be better if it was colder. And it really fucking is. Yeah, I guess you're right, Justin. That's the last time you have a footy crowd until next season. Oh, yeah. Okay. The Nuclear Widow definitely gets its own video. That's a fine fucking drink. That is a 9 out of 10. If I do say so myself. Uh, yeah, you know what? I might duck out really quickly and I'm going to do this stuff. Sorry. When you said the Shark fans are clapping, I was thinking about jokes about people's ass cheeks clapping. So I'm just seeing all these Sharks fans dropping their dacks and clapping their butt cheeks. Okay, phase one of making spiced rum is I have to strain out the syrup I was making. And then I'll use the residue, the spices and apple, to stew with some rum. Okay, so we've got a big funnel, big sieve, big pot that I was stewing this in. It doesn't look like it's too thick, that's good. I was kind of worried it might be too thick. Oh, just about perfect. Come on, here we go, here we go, here we go. All right. All right, all right, all right. Okay, well, let that stretch a bit. So feeling like I need a pee break, but I'm probably only going to be here 10 more minutes, so maybe just survive for 10 minutes. Or maybe have a pee break, I don't know. Yeah, Heine, he made me think of them doing booty claps. It's true, Justin, you've been thinking of moving anyway, so... okay, I do need... Okay, safety, time for a pee break. Okay, so that's all done. Nice big batch of my spiced apple sugar syrup. Now I've also got a jar to put this stuff in. Come on, in you go. Get in. Get in there. What are you doing to me? Use my Gaz Regan finger to poke all this sticky stuff into the big jar. This jar holds about a litre. Come on, there's a clove there. What this doesn't have, it doesn't have vanilla. Could have put a vanilla bean in. Spiced rum often has vanilla. Ooh, got my star anise. Want to make sure that gets in there. That's another clove. Come on, get in there. All right. So that can go in there. We got such a mess to clean up in the morning. Okay, got a fantastic new batch of my spiced apple brown sugar syrup. This I want to fill with white rum. No, I think I'll make it all Killick actually. I got this one that's now empty, but rather than mix it up with the husk, oh yeah, I've got another bottle of Killick in the cupboard, I'm pretty sure. I just have to find it. There it is. Ooh, it's in a blue-green bottle, which I find interesting. The other Killick was in a clear bottle. This is in a blue-green bottle. Ooh, I haven't broken. Okay, look. Got to come over here, get something to break the seal, as it were. Yes, honey, apparently Cronulla just pasted Canberra in a final. Bunch of depressed Canberrans leaving the stadium near Jazzy's place. Oof. These plastic seals can be so tough. There we go. We ripped it. Fuck's sake. Okay, is that the dotted line there? What's going on here? Come on, goddammit. I'm actually visiting this distillery in the next couple of months. It's a great venue, right next to Puffing Billy. Ooh, oh, there's a different sticker on this, and my old eyes need more light to read it. I'm going to read it to you. Slow fermentation, bold flavor, timeless taste of Killick rum. Features: Old World triple fermentation, high in pineapple and strawberry esters, long slow fermentation made in small batches, incredible cocktail opportunities, multi-award winning. Killick honors Old World technique that has stood the test of time to create bespoke rum unlike any other. 42% ABV. Yeah, the Killick Distillery is a great venue. Justin, what would my... Okay, AD used to always tell me my impressions of Canberra were wrong. My impressions of living in Canberra is it would be boring. I think that's just the stereotype of Canberra. Full of public servants, boring. But I understand you can have a pretty good nightlife there, actually. Okay. Topping this up with more Killick rum to make a big old batch of Killick spiced rum. So we'll leave that for a couple of days. I am fascinated by this slightly blue bottle. Put the lid on the jar. Give that a bit of a shake. So we'll leave that for a few days, shaking it occasionally. And then I'm going to barrel age it for a couple of weeks. Oop, last little bit of the Nuclear Widow. That is a fucking winner, quite honestly. Fuck yeah. Oh. That's some good shit right there. I feel like... Did AZ consume cannabis regularly? I don't think so. He was more into painkillers. I don't think he was a big weed guy. I think when he could scam his way into it, he was into the cocaine as well. Because he tried to talk me into it once, and I was going, "What's that?" He was, "Well, $700." And I went, "Get fucked." It's like, that's too much pressure to have a good time. If I'm spending like $700 on one night, it's got to be like the best night ever. And it's like, fuck no. Yeah, Celtic, you and me are pissheads, mate. Although, again, historically, in Minecraft, I have a bit of a weakness for the hallucinogens. And I couldn't help thinking, watching the Russian film Stalker, man, watching this on shrooms would be fucking wild. Madam Butterfly, you stick with weed? Yeah. The thing is, because of the likelihood of all the other drugs being fucking mixed with bad shit. Um, and I'm blanking a bit. Like the bad shit used to be meth, but now it's something worse. What's the thing that all the drugs are cut with at the moment? What year was $700 in? That was like 3 or 4 years ago. How long has AIDSy been dead? This was a year or two before he died. I do weed brownies, definitely. Not smoke. I'm not a smoker. I can't smoke any. Fentanyl. Thank you, Safa. You knew exactly. And Home for the Elderly, yes, fentanyl. Yeah, I would not buy, anything from a dealer because there's so many stories of it being cut with fentanyl, which is just such a bad idea. But yes, yeah, you get something natural like weed or shrooms. Oh, that fucking fruit fly's back. Die, you motherfucker. No, I missed him. God damn it. So annoying. Justin, yes, country towns, pretty boring. As someone who grew up in a country town, that's a true thing, Justin. They are boring. Some of you have ants. Do I have ants? There aren't. We have these tiny ants, smallest ants I've ever seen. I will see in the kitchen sometimes. Not lots of them, but enough. Justin, I believe fentanyl is a thing here. I believe, yeah, you got all the stuff being cut with fentanyl. It's not a bigger problem as it is in the US. I say this as hasn't gone out and bought drugs, since the 90s. But yeah, it just seems a risk at the moment. Guilty. Have thought about moving back to Dubbo? No. Oh, look, I don't say anything as harsh as fuck that place, but I'm absolutely, definitely, 100% never moving back there. You're right, Justin. Canberra is basically a big country town. You are right. Got some good facilities, from what I understand. No two ways about it. But it's a big country town. Everything except Melbourne and Sydney are big country towns, basically. All the other capitals are just big country towns. And what are the other big cities in New South Wales? Newcastle and Wollongong? They're like industrial towns. Banner butterfly, you're fucked in the US. Brains fried like bacon. It is, from the outside, seeing things happening in the US is a little bit fucking disturbing, quite honestly. It is unsettling. It's like not cool. Justin, I'm definitely not an expert on the drug world, on how much fentanyl is. Yeah, actually, that's a good description of Canberra, Justin. A country town with big city facilities, because it's got all the money from politics, being the national capital. Brisbane's a fucking country town. It really is. Okay. Putting a pin in that, I haven't been to Brisbane since the 90s, so I shouldn't talk. I really shouldn't make a judgment. Brisbane in the 90s was a fucking country town. Adelaide is a country town with some nice sophisticated touches. Oh, I was just reminding myself of my top 10 clarified Malteser Falcon. Jesus Christ, it's good. I think I need to try another variation of that. It's just so fucking yummy. Yes, Safa, that's what I was saying. I was actually calling myself out there and pointing out I cannot legitimately talk about Brisbane because I haven't been there for 30 years. So calling myself out there while I'm just saying Brisbane's just a country town. I'm not in a position to make that call, really. Oh, I saw you had the new Dracula movie, and as soon as I knew that existed, I was going, "Why? What's it go?" But a spoiler view, spoiler free. I've not seen Nitram actually. What has the Dracula movie got to do with Nitram? Now I'm. It's yeah, Luc Besson Dracula movie. Yeah, and he's what we call a problematic figures. No, Justin, skyscrapers don't stop it from being a country town. But yeah, I don't think that Hannah's necessarily going to take the reference of Brisbane being a country town as an insult. Oh, the lead actor is from Nitram. Yeah, and he's a good actor. Yes, I always understood that guy was a good actor. Yes, I know Besson got off on all charges, but it's like, there's getting off on charges and there's getting off on charges. But I mean, God, Jesus Christ, I've loved so many Luc Besson films since the fucking 90s. So I'm not super down on Luc Besson or anything like that, but I also kind of think anyone in that industry or anyone in the entertainment industry, film, TV, music, what or the internet, online content creator, I kind of feel like anyone who's in those industries and is successful is probably getting up to some sick shit. Yeah, the 90 the that's the Coppola Dracula, yeah. Okay. I saw you had it, so I definitely want to watch it. Because Christoph Waltz is Ben Van Helsing, isn't he? Is that one? Big Christoph Waltz fan. Oh, back in the 90s, me and my housemates, we went to multiple, and I mean at least half a dozen midnight showings of Bram Stoker's Dracula, the Coppola film. Oh, so he's not Van Helsing, he's a priest. Okay. I just saw him in a trailer and I assumed he was Van Helsing. Yep, that's enough, man. Yeah. I might watch it tomorrow. We'll see what happens tomorrow. Mm. It's going to rain tomorrow. If it's raining tomorrow, I might watch a couple things. What's the Bureau saying? 1 to 5 millimeters. A little bit cold, cloudy, high chance of showers, late morning and afternoon. Okay, we'll have to see what's what in the morning because Mrs. Angry and I have been going to the local lawn bowls club to get coaching, learn how to play lawn bowls. And we've been having fun doing that. If it isn't raining, that's like between 10 and 12. If it isn't raining, we'll go. But if it's raining, obviously, I don't want to fucking stand in the rain. Also, if it gets super hot, like last Sunday we did it and it was sunny and it wasn't super hot, but we both went, man, like if it gets over like even 25, like if it gets to 30, they'd be like, fucking no. Standing out in the sun for a couple of hours would be a bit fucking much. Oh god, everything's more fast paced than Stalker. Yeah, for the elderly, definitely. But I got to admit, I loved it. The way the pacing worked in Stalker was just, it wasn't a thriller as such, but it raised the tension because there were these really long shots and you're going like, What's about to fucking happen? What are we about to see?" Um, and because it was a weird and surreal storyline, the twist ending. It was just like Mrs. Angry and I were discussing, what's the ending? It's like Russian philosophy, you know. Okay, are you saying Stalker, from your perspective, had a twist ending that made you jump out of your chair? You need to send me a message on Discord with the specifics of what you're talking about there, because I'm not sure what you're referencing. Oh, that's Mrs. Angry going to bed, so I'm going to go to bed too. Nice, you got a whole stream with no interruptions, Madam Butterfly. That's good. Yeah, Charlie, send me a detailed message on Discord as to what you think was the twist ending there. Oh my God, I love those cherries so fucking much. Oh my God, they're so good. So yummy. All right, I got to save these twisties. Oh, what's up, Doc? I don't think I've seen that since the 70s. That's Babs and Ryan O'Neill, isn't it? I saw that you'd added that. God, you added some classics this week, actually. Serious fucking classics. Oh, Safa, old man needs his fucking sleep. I had to have a banana nap this afternoon. Babs, when she was creating herself in the 70s, she was fucking amazing. You needed to class up the server. I was getting a bit dang. Oh, you put some serious classics on in the last week. Alrighty, y'all take care. Be a bit of a gap before I stream again. So I'm probably streaming on Wednesday and Thursday, and then another gap because I'm going away for the weekend. So I'm thinking on Wednesday, I might do the playoffs for the third spot in the final three. Do I need to have the Maltese? I think I need to try the quadrant again. Ugh. Yeah, I need a little bit of help to make the decision for the final spot in the top three. And then on Thursday, I think I'll make the video for the top three and make my call on Cocktail of the Year. And the only cheering for the quadrant. I mean, I like it because it's my creation. I had a super fun night last night too, so I thank you, Charlie. You'll take care, and I will see you another time. But say bye for now. Oops, I missed the button. Bye.
You are totally fucked up!